Today we are flying on Air France in business class from Paris Charles de Gaulle to Amsterdam Schiphol on the Airbus A220. I haven't flown Air France in quite some time. Air France has a reputation for being premium, so let's see if they live up to it today. I paid €454 for a return ticket on this 44-minute flight. By the end of the video, you'll know whether it was a complete waste of money or surprisingly justified. In this review, I'm covering the full experience from check-in all the way to deboarding back home. We spent the weekend in Paris, well, Disneyland Paris to be honest, staying at the Disneyland Hotel, which was actually very good. A full review of that stay is coming soon. But now on this misty Paris morning, it's time to head home. Charles de Gaulle is Paris' main international airport and Europe's third busiest after London Heathrow and Istanbul. Traffic wasn't too bad, and about 45 minutes later our taxi dropped us off at Terminal 2F. This is Air France's main terminal. As a business class passenger, we had the SkyPriority access, which meant the hunt was on for the priority check-in desk. You could go left or right when entering the terminal, and of course I chose wrong. After a short walk of shame back to where we started, we found the check-in desks at the far end of the building. There we were greeted warmly and assigned a check-in desk immediately. After checking in, we were directed towards SkyPriority's own security line. Unfortunately, there was still a small queue. Security was quick though, and interestingly they scanned our boarding passes again at the scanner itself. So don't put away your boarding passes yet, keep that in mind when you're flying from here. Architecturally, this terminal is quite fascinating. The exposed concrete and its sweeping curves actually remind me of Eero Saaren's Dulles Airport. Do you have a favorite airport design? Let me know in the comments. Past security, there are plenty of shops to enjoy, but we are on a mission. We're looking for the lounge. So far so good. Is the lounge going to disappoint? Let's find out. There are no lounge dragons here, just scan your boarding pass at the automated gates and you're in. The lounge itself is actually beautiful, it's light, it's spacious, it wasn't overly crowded today when we visited. We were offered champagne at our seats, which was very good, and there was plenty of food options all around the lounge. And then the biggest disappointment of the day, possibly the most filthiest toilet I've ever seen, and not just in an airport. I genuinely don't understand how people managed that or how it wasn't cleaned sooner. Up until that moment everything had been very impressive. And I'm sure this isn't the norm, but really this was bad. Time to fly, and let's leave the lounge and see more of this airport. The gate area here is also very stunning, probably unbearable in the summer with all that glass, but today it looked fantastic. And there she was, our aircraft, a 2.5-year-old Airbus A220. This one is powered by the Pratt & Whitney engines, those are the ones that make the distinctive whale song sound. At the moment Air France has 52 Airbus A220s in their fleet. Boarding started, well, not on time, but only a couple of minutes late. The cabin is laid out in a 3-2 configuration with the middle seat blocked on the free seat side for the European business class. We were seated in row 1.
At all times. Moreover, the aircraft is being assured.
More than enough legroom here, and we got a very warm welcome from the crew. I inserted a clip from the inbound flight showing row 4 in the business class. Let's just say that the legroom really wasn't that impressive as we were having now. Pushback was right on time and we taxied towards our runway 27 left, and we were accompanied by those famous A220 wheel sounds.
At the request of the crew, always keep an eye on electronic devices while they are charged.
It is a very short flight, just 44 minutes in the air to Amsterdam. The service really begins almost immediately. Now here's something interesting: just like KLM and Lufthansa, Air France does not serve special meals on short European flights. So if you're vegan, gluten-free, halal, kosher, lactose intolerance, there's no alternative for you. The meal itself was surprisingly impressive. Salmon served with the skin on, well seasoned and plenty of flavor. Of course it's still plain food, but compared to some recent experiences, it was doing French cuisine proud. Unlike Disneyland Paris dining, which frankly was an embarrassment. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But that's a different story. So far I was really impressed, but is it worth 454 euros? Let's rate it. Ground experience, 7.5 out of 10. Signage was slightly confusing, but priority check-in was smooth and friendly. The private security was a very nice touch. Lounge, 8 out of 10. It's a beautiful space, it had good food and drinks, great tarmac views. Points were deducted for the bathroom situation. The seating comfort, 7.5 out of 10. It is a basic European business class seat, but well equipped. It came both with a USB-B port and a USB-C port. It had a device holder and it had pretty decent space in row 1, but further back it was much tighter. Too tight if I'm honest. Food and beverage, 5 out of 10. The food tasted very good, actually one of the better European business class meals I've ever had, but no special meals are available, which is a major limitation for those that haven't got a choice. Service, 8 out of 10. Everybody we counted was friendly, professional, proactive. The flight deck kept us informed. It was a solid performance by everybody. Value, 5 out of 10. At the time of the recording, an economy return ticket is 292 euros and a business class return ticket is 539 euros. We paid 454 euros, but that was quite a while ago. So based on the current ticket prices, that's a 247 euro difference, and that is for a 44-minute flight. So would I book this again? Not at this price difference, it's too big. and the flight is too short. The overall score, 6.8 out of 10. Am I being too harsh or too generous? Let me know in the comments what you think. My final thoughts, I was generally impressed with Air France. I've been hearing more positive things about them recently, and based on this short flight it seems justified. They are expensive, which is why it took me this long to try them. But now I'm hunting for a reasonably priced ticket for a long haul flight that also has to fit my schedule. This isn't my full-time job, unfortunately. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know how you rate Air France and whether you think European business class is ever worth it. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye bye.